My name is James, and today I'm going to be giving you my quick predictions for UFC 308. And honestly, this is one of the best cards of the year, definitely top 5. There are a few matchups that I wish I could have seen, but obviously they fell out due to injury. But besides the point, it's still a good card. Obviously, if you guys can like and subscribe, that'd be great. It helps grow the channel. We're trying to hit the goal of 1,000 subscribers. How do we do last weekend? We smashed it for the most part. You know, our picks were pretty much dead on. Co-main event, Kyler Phillips, what are you doing? Absolutely abysmal performance. And Michelle Pereira got absolutely beat the fuck out of. Was not expecting that, but fair enough to Fluffy Hernandez. He did good. Lost $70. Rebellis to Spain, goodbye, you should be cut. But besides the point, let's not waste any time and let's get into the quick predictions. Okay, so to kick us off, we have Rinat Fakhretdinov taking on Carlos Leal. Obviously, this might not be the official actual bout order. Like 6 different websites, they'll say a different order with how the fights are going to show. So we're just going to go off the UFC website for now, but obviously expect that to be different on Saturday. Start us off, we have Rinat. Okay, we all know who Rinat is. He's a tough guy. He can mix in the wrestling. He has good striking. You know, 22-1 for his record. He's solid, okay? He has good reach. He's a good build for the division. You know, he's taking on somebody like Carlos Leal. Carlos Leal is okay, but it's one of those things that I don't know if this one's short notice, but Rinat's one of those guys where if he has a full camp, no matter how good you are, you still have to train for Rinat. Rinat I think he's just a clear pick here. I just don't think there's any kind of competition. Carlos, though, yes, he's technical striking. Yes, he's okay on the ground. But Rinat's good. Rinat just is good. So I'm going to go with him. Pretty confident with Rinat there. Next, we have Ismail Noridev taking on Bruno Silva. Kind of torn. Because there's an idea of what Bruno Silva is. And that was 5 years ago. Okay, now he's just a shell of himself. As we've seen by shell of themselves, like just like Rob Font. You know, they can still show up. They can still upset. You know. Within a fight, but the pick here has to be Ismail. Okay, he was with the UFC at one point. He was going 2-2. He then got obviously fired from the UFC basically, and then he did some good work on the regional scene, going 4-3. He's just okay in my opinion, but I like the fact that he's had a good training camp. I like the fact that he has all the skills. He has the ability to submit. He has the ability to knock you out. He has the ability to go the 15 minutes. You know, he's going to be a decent size. Both guys, they're very similar in stature. But Bruno Silva, he's just old. He's going to be the second to the punch here, and I just don't think he's going to be all that. Is there a chance that, yes, Ismail is a little bit untested and Bruno Silva, as Lucas Tracy says, crafty vet. He has that experience, 100%. But I'm going to have to trust in Ismail, and especially with it being Saudi Arabia, they're going to give these kind of guys a fucking advantage. Okay, even if it's a close round, yeah, 10-9 him, just because of who he is, you know, no mustache and or beard. So, gonna go with him, not super confident. Bruno Silva could definitely still pull it off. I'm just liking the side of Ismail because I think he is a prospect, and I think he could make another run within the UFC, depending on how he looks here. Next up, the line's kind of gone with this one. I thought Victor Hugo, in his last fight, he had good moments. You know, he had good boxing. He did all the right things, you know, but he was just, something was off. He just wasn't fully all there. Even though he did win, which is great, it was just a very competitive fight. He's taking on somebody like Farid Basharat, 12-0. He's very good on the ground. He obviously can go to decision as well. So he's got the cardio, striking-wise, decent. He does all the works here. Is the value of this fight completely gone? Yes. Okay, Farid, he should win, and I'm going to go with him, but I'm not super confident. And Victor, honestly, I think Victor's underrated in this fight. I don't think the fight, the odds should be like 6-1, 7-1 here. So, going to go with Farid just because I think he's more technical literally everywhere. But Victor's good. So, well, Victor's okay, I should say. And then next, okay, Chris Barnett's title run starts now, okay? We are getting immense value here. Bet the house. Take out loans if you have to. Bet on Chris Barnett. Listen, he's going to win. Reason being, Kennedy Nzechukwu, yes, he hits hard. Yes, he's technical. His chin's very questionable for sure. We're talking about Chris Barnett. Okay, yes, he's been gone for 2 years. Yes, he's having family. You know, the hurricane happened. Like, there's a bunch of issues within his life. He's been away for 2 years. But it's Chris Barnett. You know, we've all seen him do the flips. We've all seen him move the way he does. He's very explosive with his striking. We like that. Problem is, you know, Nchukwu does hit pretty hard, and he hits fucking massive in this fight, 6'5" to 5'9". But I see Chris Barnett being a bowling ball in there. Be the bully. Knock him out. If he does knock him out, that'd be huge. And, you know, not to mention that Kennedy Nchukwu, whenever he is a large favorite, just like we saw against OSP, he fumbles. He fumbles the bag. So, do I go with the joke upset pick here? Like, statistically, don't. But I like it. Chris Barnett, title run starts now. Obviously, if you're smart, don't follow my advice here. Bet the other side of Kennedy. Actually, no, there's no value. But, you know, Kennedy should win. He should be the better guy in this. But I think for the meme, I have to go with Chris Barnett. You know, he's a nice enough guy. Big kind of bowling ball kind of guy too. I want to see him do a knockout. I want to see him flip. I want to see the celebration. I want him to get the bonus, you know, to fix his house from the hurricane. You know, I want good things to happen to Chris Barnett. So for that reason, got to go with him. Good karma coming his way. We like that. This next matchup, okay? Abus Magomedov taking on Bruno Ferreira. I don't rate Abus at all. I know that his losses are to quality people. I don't rate Bruno either, actually, now that I'm actually think about it for a little bit. I wanted to go with Bruno, because say this is a dogfight, just going on the feet, because I don't think Abus is going to be able to get the takedowns because his cardio and he has a quit button. Cardio is questionable and he has a quit button. There we go. I just don't see the potential in Abus, you know. Once you've seen that quit button in somebody, it's hard to bet on them again, because when it gets into a dog fight like Bruno, I know he's going to be a dog, and I know he's going to be able to outgrit the bad situations. I can trust that in him, where I can't trust that in Abus. You know, he gets hit hard, starts getting wobbled, just like we saw in the Sean Strickland fight, where he just kind of curls over and just dies. Yeah, no. I'm going to go with the long shot. I think Bruno's going to get it done. Reason being, I do not see Abus getting the takedowns, even though he has a good takedown average. His cardio is very questionable. He definitely slows down after the first round. And I think Bruno's takedown defense at 60%, it will be enough. And when it becomes into a dogfight on the feet, I think both guys have the ability to knock each other out. I like the dog and grit factor of Bruno. So for that reason, I got to go with him. If Abus proves me wrong, fair play. But I just don't think he's all that. Next, we got the Caveman taking on Mateusz Rebecki. I like Rebecki. He's decent. I think what happened in his last fight? I think he has some like cardio issues or something. Let me see if I can quickly find it. Probably not in time. But let's see. Abus, Rebecki. What happened in his last fight? Because I know I was upset by that. Yeah, Diego Ferreira. To be fair, he's a tough matchup for anybody. You know, Rebecki was doing all the right things, but against pretty much low-level division people like Roosevelt Roberts and all that kind of stuff. You know, Mattel Orbai, he had a great fight against Elf Brenner. Definitely was competitive, but he showed the caveman spirit. Genghis Khan will be proud. So for that reason, I got to go with him. He's going to want to strike. He's going to want to be able to knock you out, find the submission, do all the works. We like the caveman here. Rebecki could get it done for sure. Don't count him out, but I like Orbai here. Next, Jeff Neal and RDA. Both guys honestly need a win. Jeff Neal should win this. If he doesn't, I would be quite upset and quite shocked. Probably by a KO. You know, RDA, he's a legend of the sport for sure. I just don't think he's going to get the takedown. The takedown defense of Jeff Neal was great, 87. Jeff Neal still causing a problem in the division. You know, gave Ian Gary a kind of a tough matchup. Yes, he got submitted by Shavkat, but he still had moments. RDA is just past his prime, and it's as simple as he's still tough as nails, still a dog, you know, still accepting these hard matchups. But Jeff Neal was just gonna be better in this fight, and you know, 1 + 1 = 2. Probably bet the over. I think both guys are tough here, but probably Jeff Neal by second round KO or decision. That's what I'm feeling. He also, not to mention, he also has the reach advantage too. Yeah, it should be Jeff Neal all day. Next, we have Ibo Aslan taking on Rafael however you say that Brazilian last name. Both guys honestly are shit. Rafael, yes, putting it, doing good work on the regional scene. I'm pretty sure he's a champion of some shit. And Ibo, he's had one UFC fight against the Turkish dude, the OnlyFans Turkish dude. Pleasure man. It was a good fight, fight of the night, but that means both guys were getting hit far too much. And honestly, in this fight, either guy could knock out each other. I think Ibo Aslan has, out of his 13 wins, 11 of them are by first round knockout. And same thing for the Rafael guy, 8 of his wins are by first round knockout too. So I think this one's going to end pretty quickly. I'm just going to trust on the side of Aslan, not because he has UFC experience, because he just doesn't. I just liked his striking, and I like how dangerous and angry he was in a cage in a sense, where Rafael, yes, angry, yes, good with the first round finishes, all that kind of stuff. I just don't know where he lies yet, right? Are those good wins because they're regional wins, or are they good wins because they're good wins? That's the part I don't know. So I'm going to go with Ibo Aslan. Not too confident, but he's the pick. What do I want to do with this next fight? Okay, Shara Magomedov taking on Armen Petrosyan. I want Petrosyan to win because I don't rate Shara. I think he's been given so many layups within the UFC. But I'm going to have to go with Shara because I think this fight is going to be staying on the outsides, both pitter-patting with shots and kicks and stuff like that, and let's play into Shara's game. If Petrosyan was the one coming forward consistently, the one applying pressure, the one shooting for takedowns, the whole works, easy pick. Right, I think a great way to play spoiler there. The problem is I just don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to want to engage on the outside again, just play into Shara's game, and that's why I think he's going to win. Shara's finishing technique, technical abilities, I don't think so. I think this one's going to go to a decision. I don't see Shara winning this by knockout or submission. Yes, he's 14-0, but most of them are layups. Yes, he's had hard fights. I think against actually Bruno Silva, if I'm not mistaken. Where is this freaking one-eyed machine? Sajak, fair enough. Yeah, Bruno Silva as well, yes. And that was a competitive fight. Both guys had moments. But yeah, gotta go with Shara. I just think he's gonna stay on the outside and kick, but honestly, he could lose. And I actually wouldn't even be upset with it. So, gonna go with Shara, but not super confident. Next, Lerone Murphy, big up the Babo. Come on. The British guy has to win here. Okay, I love Dan Ager. I think Dan Ager is an absolute dog. And I feel bad for picking against him. But the problem is Lerone Murphy, he's a technical assassin on the feet. He stays on the outside, picks his shots well, good leg kicks, good clinch work. He's a very technical fighter. He thinks about what he does. He doesn't put himself into huge, dangerous situations. And that's where Dan Ige is good at capitalizing on people. When people overswing, he catches them. When people, get too excited in the cage, he can calm them down, whack them a few times, That's what Dan Ige is really good at doing. The problem is Lerone Murphy is very controlled in the cage. Even though he's so young, he has so much experience and is, wise for his age, would be a good way to put in that. So, for that reason, I think this is Lerone Murphy all day. I think it will be tough, for sure. I don't think Dan Ige is going to give up an easy fight. But Lerone Murphy, I believe in his path. And you got to back the British boys, especially after the Jake Hadley loss. You absolute gnome. Do I want the upset win here? Yes. Okay. Ankalaev, he struggles with leg kicks. Okay. And Alexander Rakic, he's good. Okay, we all saw what he did in that first round against Yuri. We all saw what happened after that, though. Ankalaev. He should win. He has good boxing. If he can survive after the first round, I think Rakic's, his cardio has issues, and he tends to obviously extend himself a little bit too far, where he definitely can get caught. Ankalaev, as we see, even in this Johnny Walker matchup, he's good. He can find the openings there to get the knockout, all that kind of stuff. I want Rakic to win just for the upset in the division, but I'm going to have to go with Ankalaev. I just think it makes more sense. He has more tools to get it done, and he has the experience as well. This one I'm confused about. There's an idea of what Khamzat Chimaev is. We've all seen him, the crazy assassin, the first round finishes. Fuck off. Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker is getting this done. He's the lock of the card. He's going to smash Chimaev. Reason being, it's a 5-rounder. Chimaev has about 2 rounds of cardio in him. Second, he's been away for so long. So long. 3, yes, we've all seen the pictures of how buff he looks and all that kind of shit. It's fake, Photoshop. Robert Whittaker recently, he's been angry in the cage, right? He used to go in there, he used to have a quit button. When you get hit, you know, you kind of shied away a little bit. People have been doubting him out. He's in his prime right now. And people, again, just like the Ikram fight, we all saw those odds, okay? Robert Whittaker, he made light work of Ikram, and I get Ikram and Chimaev are very different, for sure. But Chimaev's fights, like, it's just, everybody you think about is giving him a hard fight. Like what? The Usman fight. Usman arguably could have won that. Who else did he fight? It's been so long, you know, you have to kind of look back on this. Yeah, Kamaru Usman decision. Close. Kevin Holland, okay, fair enough, he did win that, but, you know, who doesn't beat Kevin Holland? Gilbert Burns, close, it's so fight. You know, it's Chimaev, he's doing all the right things, and I get the prospect behind him, but his hype has died down. You know, Robert Whittaker's been at the top of the division for so long. He's so experienced with the 5-round events. I just don't see a world where he loses this. Honestly, I think Robert Whittaker, yes, he's good at striking. He's great takedown defense. It's a 5-rounder. He knows exactly what to do, and he's angry. I think he's angry, and I don't think Chimaev is... I don't know. I don't believe in Chimaev. I was going to say it. It might offend people, but I don't believe in him. So Robert Whittaker, Bobby Knuckles is the pick. Main event time. I want both guys to win. Okay? We've all seen what Max Holloway did at UFC 300. But then we've also seen what Ilia Topuria has done to the whole division, especially Volkanovski. Unlucky my mans. You know, we got Ilia Topuria playing the heel of this. And then we got Max Holloway saying, find out on the 26th. Like, come up with better trash talk. That's all I can say. The pick here has to be Ilia, in my opinion. One, Max Holloway does not do well against shorter opponents. Ilia Topuria, yes, knocked out Volk within fucking minutes. And, you know, Max Holloway's tried 3 times at Max Holloway has tried 3 times at Volk and still hasn't been able to get it done. I get that it's a different version of Volk that they fought, but Ilia's boxing is so clean. So clean. And Max, he's good. He's very technical. He's not that one-punch KO ability like Ilia, where Max, yes, if he gets his way, he's going to be able to control the fight, you know, stay on the outside, all that kind of stuff. He has so many records with the most strikes landed. But I think Ilia's pressure and boxing, it's just too clean. It's just too clean. This is a stand-up matchup. Nobody's going to be going to the ground on this unless Ilia takes it there. And I like the better boxer in Ilia. I want Max to win, for sure, because I like Max as a fighter. And I want Max to become a champion again, but Ilia just is the better fighter. He's the younger, his boxing's better, and he has more ways to win if he wants to take it to the ground, which I don't think he will, but the option is there, you know. So I have to go with Ilia. But the main pick is definitely Bobby Knuckles, Robert Whittaker. I think he's going to smash Hamza Chimaev. Yeah, so that's the quick predictions. Best bets are going to be coming... Whoa. Best bets are going to be coming Thursday, I'm thinking. So, obviously, if you like what you see, like and subscribe. You know the rules. And, yeah, I will see you guys on Thursday. Obviously, follow the socials as well. Come on. Take care.